Hello, 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 beautiful people. This is Miss B, the goddess of empathy. The name is for you, but the title is for me. You can just call me Miss B. I am here, and my friend Aaliyah is here too, so you may hear her in the background talking, but we are live. And I just have a little bit of
Name,
information that I'm going to give you.
name something when
So I had
name
talked
something when you do
earlier
when you're
about
sick.
giving you a
Lay down and
introduction
sleep.
to the history about spiritual hypnotherapy. Hi, whoever that is, that one person, put your name in the chat so I can see who you are. Thank you for coming in. Let me know where you're from. If you're on Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube, let me know where you're from. It's probably my sister. But I had said earlier that I was going to give you guys an introduction and let you know a little bit about hypnotherapy. So this is the information that I have. So let's see. All right. So now, hypnotherapy or hypnosis started over 4,000 years ago in ancient Egypt. Um, it was used by ancient religions in religious healing ceremonies. So it included things like chanting and drumming and also fixation on the eyes. So that's one of the things how one of the history information about the history of hypnosis. So the village shaman or the priest, um, they were appeared to have mythical powers when inducing people to go into trances. So that's one thing that I learned about hypnotherapy. So it originally, when you go to therapy, you talk to your therapist, and you go to talk to your therapy. It originated back in ancient Egypt. And so back in ancient Egypt, over 4,000 years ago, Egyptians had sleep or dream temples, is what they called them, and they use these sleep and dream temples to heal physical ailments and mental ailments. So the people who believed were sick would go into these trance-like states, and the priest or the priestess would examine their dreams to gain info about their illness for a cure. So that's how one of the things it originated. So the priest or the priestess would cast out bad spirits from the mind and from the body. Very interesting. I was so excited when I learned this. They call them Egyptian sleep or dream temples. So one of the first people, probably the first person that goes back, I do got to do some more research, but I believe it, what I read so far. The great grandfather of hypnosis is an Egyptian man. He is known as the high priest, and the chancellor. He was worshipped by ancient Egyptians, and most of the sleep temples in Egypt were dedicated to him. And he is the architect and the builder of the first pyramid, the step pyramid of Doja. I hope I said it correctly. And his name is Imhotep. And Imhotep means I come in peace. Hi, whoever you are. I'm giving a brief introduction on um, hypnotherapy and where it originated. So we talked about how it originated in ancient Egypt with sleep temples. So that's what I went over so far. So his name was used in the movie The Mummy and the TV show Stargate SG-1. Imhotep, that's his name. And his name means I come in peace. So that's the original origination of Egyptian of therapy. It started out in sleep temples in Egypt, and like I said. So what is hypnosis? Hypnosis is a trance-like state that resembles sleep, but is induced by a person who's makes suggestions. They're highly suggestible. So it's focused on getting the person deeply relaxed and in a deep state of concentration. So in there in a mental state of sleep, basically, in which a person's thoughts can be easily influenced by someone else. So there's different levels of consciousness in the mind. It's the conscious, the subconscious, and the unconscious. So depending on the different levels of stages of the subconscious, that's when your brain does the different wave patterns. And the more deeper you are in the subconscious, the more suggestible you are. So that's how that happens. So there's a very strong connection between the mind, the body, and the spirit. Very strong connection. So how our emotions affect our health. How we feel affects our health. The things we say, because words carry vibrations and emotions carry vibrations, and depending on what vibration you are, can determine how healthy and or you are or not. So there's different brain waves, frequencies. This is the nerd in me. This is the nerd in me. There's different brain wave frequencies. There's the beta, the alpha, the theta, and there's another one. There's a new one that they're learning about called the alpha theta border. So at the beta stage, that's where we are now. It's the normal waking consciousness, your alert, your logical, critical thinking, and the alpha state. And it has the hertz here. You can look it up. Is when you're deep in a deep physical and mental relaxation. Usually, your eyes are closed, you're daydreaming, or you're in a light meditation. And it's the gateway to your subconscious mind. And the voice of your intuition becomes clearer and more profound the closer you get to the alpha state. So, the theta state are waves during hypnosis, deep meditation, and light sleep, including REM, which is the dream state. It's the realm of your subconscious. So that's when um, hypnosis takes place in the theta states. And there's also the delta, which is a deep level of consciousness. And it's a deep, dreamless sleep when you're in the delta state. It's very transcendent meditation and hypnosis. It's the slowest of the frequencies. So, and the gamma waves is another brain frequency, and that's when you hear people say they get downloads or they get ideas. That happens in the gamma wave state. So, I don't want to bore you, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of information. So, that's where hypnotherapy originated in ancient Egypt with Imhotep. And again, they had the Egyptian sleep temples, and then that's where they did a scan of the body, and they would use dream interpretation to help heal people and heal ailments. So that's what they're doing. And like I mentioned, the different stages of the mind is how you are able to go into a trance light state and get healed. So how does hypnosis work? So hypnosis works in many ways. Hypnosis uses cues, reputation, and imagery. So it distracts you from the analytical mind. That's why when you're relaxed or in a relaxed state, and when you're able to kind of shut off everything around you, when you're able to get clear, that's why meditation is so important when you can meditate. Because when you're in those states, that's what helps you to relax. And that's why meditation is so important. So I went on and on and on about 7 or 8 minutes about hypnotherapy and hypnosis. And I'm just wondering, did any of you guys get a chance to Google Brian Weiss on Oprah Winfrey? If you YouTube that, that's one of the things that I had highly recommended. So I'm just going to give you a few hypnosis myths and facts, and then I'm going to relieve myself of this of this torture of going live, this challenge torture. Okay. So some myths about hypnosis. The myths are it's dangerous. You may say something that's against your will. You can get stuck. You may reveal private information. That is so not true. When you're under hypnosis, you are in your complete control. It's totally up to you. Some people believe they'll lose consciousness. Some people believe it's not real, and some people believe it's just for entertainment. However, it's not. That's not necessarily the original case for it was to help heal people, and some people have that gift, and some people use it as a talent, and some people maximize it in different ways. Um, and it also one of the myths is that if you participate or if you're able to be hypnotized, that you're weak and you're gullible. In my opinion, it's absolutely the opposite because you're able to actually surrender. and be safe and go to a deep, deep level. Most people can't hit a deep, well, I don't want to say that most people, but when you can get into a deep state of consciousness, that's the deeper you go, the deeper you go, the more you can get to the root of what's going on and kind of uproot it. And then that's when the healing happens or the healing occurs. So those are the myths. And now let me give you some of the facts. So the facts are is that hypnosis is 100% safe and non-invasive, and hypnosis cannot be forced. No one can be forced into hypnosis, and it's only effective in those who are willing. You have to be willing and you have to be open. So that okay. So you remain calm and in control at all time, and you can withhold information about your private life. You're not going to reveal anything that doesn't want to be revealed. It is real and it's highly effective. Like I mentioned before, a lot of people use hypnosis for help with stop smoking and things of that nature. And it's not necessarily a reflection of, ooh, it's 11:11. It's not really a reflection of an intelligence or a mental strength. It's not necessarily that.
Air conditioning.
And hypnosis is used in medical settings such as doctors' offices and dental offices. And it's a complement to other types of therapy, or you can use individual therapy. And it also alleviates physical, emotional, and behavioral symptoms. I actually have someone told me that they have a fear of flying, and when they have to take long flights, they go see their hypnotherapist, and they see him for about 5-10 minutes. They do something with their eyes or whatever, and they're in and they're out, and they're able to get on the plane. So that's basically it. So let's see. I'm been about 12 minutes. I want to hear from you guys. I don't really like to hear myself talk, but that's basically it. Hypnotherapy started out in ancient Egypt, and it was named after Imhotep. He was the originator, and they would have sleep temples, and they would use that to heal people, and they would interpret people's dreams, and then the dreams would reveal what the illness is. So anyone who can be hypnotized, anyone who's willing to be, who can wants to participate and gives consent, and they can clearly hear you, they can be hypnotized. And you can, as long as you can understand and communicate verbally, you can be hypnotized. So, like I said, that was the first little bit of introduction. I'm gonna give you a little bit more since I have a little bit more people in here. So, some of the benefits. What are some of the benefits of hypnosis? Weight loss, smoking cessation, not sensation, cessation, phobias. It can help with self esteem, improving your testing and performance, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, insomnia, help you find lost items, it can help you recall forgotten information. It can help with chronic pain, it can help with migraines, trauma and or PTSD. It can be as a tool for spiritual guidance. It can help you identify and define your life purpose. It can help you release emotional blockages, help with feelings of depression, anxiety, certain dermatological disorders, sexual disorders, and many, 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 many more. So, this is Miss B, the goddess of empathy. The name is for you, but the title is for me. Like I said, that's my friend Aaliyah in the background. She's playing a game. She says hi. And yeah, that's it. I just wanted to give you guys a basic introduction about what hypnotherapy is, and I'll be telling you more and more about it because knowledge is power, information is power, and the more information you have, the more you can make an informed decision. Because, like I mentioned before, in the near future, I will be providing free hypnotherapy sessions. So I'm working on that. It'll probably be about a week or so. I'll have information that I'll send out. In the interim, again, watch the Brian Weiss on Oprah Winfrey. You can also put any questions in the comments that you have, and I will be coming to you. Like I said, I'm doing a 30-day live challenge. So this was day 2. So every day I come to you, I'm going to come with more information and more information and more information. And then once you have the information, then you'll make the decision if it's something that you want to participate in or not. So we are at the 15-minute mark. So if anyone has any questions, now would be the time to put it in the chat. Hi, Erica. Sounds interesting. Yeah, there's some more information I can't wait to discuss with you, with everyone, basically, on its relation, the spiritual information in the Black church, the spiritual aspect of it. I'm going to get to that later. That's very, very interesting. Some people might not be ready for that. So again, this is Miss B, the goddess of empathy. The name is for you, but the title is for me. You can just call me Miss B. If you're interested in any, if you want to research past life regression, research ancestor, contacting your ancestors, or psychotherapy, or hypnosis just in general, because that's basically what I'll be doing. And then I'll be providing free consultations very soon in the near future. Until then, I'm going to be educating you, taking questions, and letting you know as much as I can. So, with that being said, if there are no other questions, I see you later. Take care. Bye, Erica. Thanks for dropping in. I want to ask you about your son and your mom and everybody, but I'm gonna go because then I'm gonna be on here too long. All right. Have a good day, everyone. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll come back and I'll answer them. Take care. Bye. Oh, the wind stopped blowing.